The breaking news this afternoon, Celtic fans, is the fact that Celtic are again in for Ardon Jashari. They were looking at him last year. I'm going to give you some detailed stats about the player in just a second. But first of all, I want to talk about Matt O'Riley. Matt O'Riley has been speaking about the depth of Celtic and the depth of the squad. He says it's pretty crazy. He says the fact that Celtic have players, really good players, that cannot even make the bench. We have very good boys and players who cannot even make the bench. It is a tough position for them to be in, but it also shows that competition is really high at Celtic. That comes from the training pitch every day. Matt O'Riley went on to say, if we win a game 5-0, the training the next day will be at just as high a level as the game was. I think that the standards in terms of pushing each other day and day definitely helps the squad. The work ethic, Matt O'Riley says, is unbelievable at Celtic, and he's talked up the Celtic dressing room. Talking about a player that isn't in the Celtic dressing room just yet is the 20-year-old Jashari, and it's unbelievable that he's now worth between 6 and 8 million. Is that because of the clubs that have now come in for him? Let's look at the stats for the player. He is only 20-year-old. He was born in July 2002. He has had 3 yellow cards all season, and he's played 90 minutes. Now, when you look back to November 10th, 2022, he had a market value of only €2.5 million. So did Celtic miss a trick not going for him at that window, or were the club unwilling to sell at that window? Maybe that was the case and they wanted to wait till the summer. But they now value the player at $6 million. The fact that he is the captain of the club at 20-year-old says he must be a good player. Games-wise, he hasn't missed many games. He's never missed a game all season. There's only the one game that I can see here where he was substituted on the 81st minute. But other than that, he's played every game, and he seems to be quite a bit of a player. He is defensive midfield player. He's left-footed. He's came up through the ranks, through the system. There's not a lot more you can say of that. Will Celtic go for him? Will Celtic go for a defensive midfield player? If Celtic are going to go for him as a defensive midfield player, and he's as good as people say, who will be leading the club? Because let's face it, is it the fact that he's going to come in purely for the fact that an Irishman will be leaving the club this summer? We don't know. We don't know what the Celtic's thinking is on that with the player. If Celtic do land him, are they going to pay between 6 and 7 million for the player, for an international player, the Swiss international? I don't know. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. Matt O'Riley going on about the fact that Celtic have a potentially massive squad, and he says that the depth in our squad is pretty crazy, to be honest. What an afternoon. Going back to the Jashari thing, I think if he was to end up at Celtic Park this summer, there's going to be some fierce battles for his signature. But you know what Celtic are like. If Celtic can get in there early and get a deal done early, they will do that. So on that note, that's just a quick update that the fact that Celtic are chasing this player. They've been linked with him once again. They were ready to do battle with Leeds for him back in December, but nothing come of that. It's more likely that the club did not want to sell him at that point. Will Celtic manage to outbid Portuguese giants Porto, Lazio, and even Leeds, who aren't really a giant? But anyway, it's Leeds. Tell me in the comments what your thoughts are, and I shall see you on the next Celtic video.